If you are a woman over 60 who has walked through marriage, divorce, or widowhood, and now you love your peace and independence more than any relationship, yet a part of you still wants to step out of the house feeling alive, feminine, and desirable instead of finished and invisible, this message is for you. There is a quiet advantage that many women your age never use, and it is not surgery, not weight loss, not trying to dress like you are 30 again. It is much simpler the colors you wear. Before you say a single word, the colors you choose are already telling a story. They can say you are a woman with sovereignty, with boundaries, with peace and independence intact, or they can whisper that you are ready to slide back into being the maid, the mommy, the nurse, the purse for someone else. In this video, we will walk through 5 colors designed for women over 60. Colors that can make you look brighter and more radiant while also protecting your peace and gently filtering out the kinds of men and dynamics that are not good for you. And the 5th color is the most misunderstood of all. Yet when you use it well, it can change the way you see yourself in the mirror, whether you are single by choice, sharing time with a companion, or choosing a life that is simply you and your God. Before we go into each color, I want you to see color in a different way. This is not about fashion trends. This is about the psychology of signals, the messages you send long before a handshake, long before a smile. Every color you wear carries at least 3 layers of meaning. It shapes what others feel when they stand near you. It hints at what kind of energy you allow into your life, and it quietly tells you who you believe you are in this chapter of your life. When we talk about these 5 colors, I am not giving you rigid rules. I am handing you 5 different ways to tell the story of yourself in a way that honors your peace, your independence, and your dignity. The first color is soft, warm ivory. Think of candlelight on your skin, not hospital white, not harsh white that makes every wrinkle, every shadow look sharper. This kind of ivory softens your features, hints at warmth and kindness, and says you are approachable without being cold or severe. When a man or anyone at all looks at you in this color, their nervous system often reads, "This person is safe, warm, and easy to be around. With her, I do not feel judged." Imagine Grace, who is 68. She often met a man almost 2 decades younger. He admired her mind but treated her more like a mentor than a romantic partner. She wore a lot of dark, serious colors because she did not want to compete with younger women or seem childish. One day she put on a soft, warm ivory top for lunch. That day he texted afterward and said, "You looked truly beautiful today. I saw a different side of you." In his body, something shifted. He no longer saw only the strict advisor. He saw a woman gentle, open, and emotionally warm. Ivory like this does not say, "I am here to run your life and carry all your weight." It says, "I am safe, warm, and steady, and I am still a woman, not just a role, not just a job title, not just the one who fixes everything." If you opened your wardrobe today, would you see mostly colors that shout, "Stay away, I am done," or at least one color that quietly says, "I am still here, I am still warm"? The second color is soft, romantic rose, not neon pink, not a loud, "Look at me" pink, but the shade of a soft blush on the cheeks, the warmth of a kind heart. It is strongly linked to tenderness, emotional openness, and the feeling of being cherished. Many older women avoid pink because they think they are too old for it, or that it belongs only to young girls. Yet, on a mature woman, the right rose tone says something completely different. It says, "My heart is still connected to my femininity. I have not turned to stone just because of age." Think of Esther, who is 72, a widow who started seeing a man in his 50s. At first, she hid in beige and gray so she would not stand out. One day, she chose a rose top for a coffee date. When she walked in, he paused and said, "There is something different about you today. You look so full of life." The color did not just brighten her face. It signaled that her heart was still reachable. Men in this age gap often secretly fear that older women have shut down emotionally after too much disappointment. Rose suggests the opposite, a woman who has lived but has not shut her heart. Rose does not say, "I am desperate for anyone to pick me." It says, "My heart is alive, but my peace is non-negotiable." If you cannot honor that you do not belong this close, ask yourself, do you avoid gentle color because you truly dislike it, or because somewhere inside you decided that your heart should not want anything anymore? The third color is deep, rich teal, that beautiful meeting point between blue and green, not too dark, not too bright. Blue brings calm, trust, and stability. Green brings growth, renewal, and balance. Together they communicate, I am emotionally steady, and I am still growing. I am not stuck in my past chapters. Picture Linda, who is 65. She is dating a man in his late 40s. He respects her and he keeps saying, "I do not want to hold you back from your life." She realizes she often wears heavy dark colors that almost reinforce the story that her book is closing. So one night she chooses a deep teal dress. Over dinner he says, "I realize your story is not done yet. You still have so much you want to do." The color mirrored a deeper truth. She was grounded and yet alive with possibility. Teal is like saying, "I do not need anyone to rescue me. I do not need someone to run my life. If I share the next chapter with someone, it is because I choose to not, because I cannot stand on my own." When people look at you, do they see someone waiting to be picked up and saved, or someone who has chosen her own life and would only ever invite a person into it? Not hand the keys over. The fourth color is warm, earthy coral. Coral is where soft pink meets gentle orange with a touch of earth. It looks like a tender sunset or the inside of a shell. It carries energy, playfulness, and spontaneity without making you look like you were trying to dress like a teenager. Young men often associate older women with seriousness, duty, and composure. Coral interrupts that story without turning you into a clown. It says, "Yes, I am wise. Yes, I am stable. And I can still laugh, still say yes to a last-minute adventure when it feels right." Think of Florence, who is 69. She dates a man 15 years younger. He respects her but never uses the word attracted. One weekend she wears a coral top. Later he says, "Today I saw your playful side. It made me think of all the things we could still do together." Coral did not scream, "Pay attention to me." It simply smiled. Coral says, "I am willing to enjoy life, but I am not the entertainment service for anyone else. Your joy is your job. My joy is mine." How long has it been since you wore a color that says, "I am not just a machine for chores. I still have a part of me that likes to laugh, and she deserves to live a little longer"? The fifth color is deep, elegant red. This is the color many women either overuse or avoid completely. Used well, it is incredibly powerful. Not a loud, bright red that takes over the room, and not a dull, heavy maroon that weighs you down. This is a rich, deep red, the color of mature passion. Red is linked to life, warmth, and desire. Many older women avoid it because they fear it is too much. Yet when you wear a deep, elegant red, something important happens. You are declaring your right to remain a sensual, desired woman without apology. Think of Joy, who is 71. She used to believe passion was only for the young. Dating a man 20 years younger, she felt painfully aware of her age. One night, she chooses a deep red outfit. She later says, "When I put it on, I felt like I was sending myself a message. I am allowed to be a woman, not only a grandmother." That night, he looked at her differently. In age gap relationships, this kind of red says, "I know who I am. I am not competing with younger women because I have something they do not, deep presence and a long history of loving and being loved." Deep red says, "I know myself. I do not chase anyone, and I do not apologize for the parts of me that still spark." If you feel threatened by that, it is often because you want power without growth. That is a useful filter for me. The real question is not whether men still find you attractive. The deeper question is whether you allow yourself to feel attractive as a natural part of being a woman at this stage of your life. When you look back at these 5 colors, ivory, rose, teal, coral, and deep red, the point is not to rush out and buy them all. The point is to ask, what story is my wardrobe telling about my peace, my independence, and the fact that I am still a whole woman, not just a role in someone else's life? You may be single by choice. You may have a companion who keeps his own home, his own money, his own schedule. Or you may be completely content with just yourself and your God. In every case, you still have the right to walk out of your door wearing colors that tell the truth about you now, not the story other people want you to play. If only one thing stays with you, let it be this: you do not wear these colors to be chosen. You wear them because you already chose yourself. This week, I invite you to do something very small. Open your wardrobe and choose at least one color that when you put it on, you can hear a quiet sentence inside. I am still alive. I am still a woman. I am not going back to being the maid, the mommy, the nurse, the purse for anyone. If you want more conversations about protecting your peace, strengthening your boundaries, and keeping your heart alive after 60, you are welcome to stay with this channel. For now, close this video, walk to your wardrobe, and decide which story you will put on your body for the next chapter of your life.